I've seen that you said you're an HR, you have a diploma in HR. If I go to IHRM portal, I'll get that you're up to date. You're sure?
Unless subscription, I don't know, but
you've taken oath, and I don't want us to go around in circles. Have you paid your subscription or not? Yes or no?
I paid, but I don't know if I am still active.
When did you last make the payment?
Francis, I obey. Those are personal responsibilities, and you really know the facts. Kindly answer the member, yes or no.
I know that the last time I paid the subscription is last year, November.
So it is yes or no?
I paid, yes, I paid. Yes, last year, November.
For this year? Have you paid for this year?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Which month are we at right now? Is
May?
it the month of May?
May.
When are you planning to pay?
I was requesting my employer because sometimes employer pays for us.
Please, you can't be overburdening Baringo on small things like that. When are you going to make the payment? And do you know that you're operating a payroll, which is an HR work, and you don't have the requisite professional qualification, not qualification, things that you're supposed to be doing professionally?
Committee member, I was checking last week. I was still active, so
You're not active. You're not active.
Okay, I am planning to pay. This,
How much are you supposed to pay?
5,000.
5,000 is what you're making the employer. You're making is that, Allowances. Do you want, I can ask people, we can contribute the members here and pay for you. Is that what you want us to do? 5,000? Okay.
No, I will pay this June.
You'll pay this June?
June, I will
You
pay.
could say, I'm going to pay immediately when you're out of this place.
Okay, I will do.
Do you know that you're not you are actually operating illegally? All right, number 5, on matters Pwd'S. Do you know that we have Pwd'S who are working at the executive?
I am aware.
How many are they?
Around 45 now.
Do you know what is their retirement age?
The retirement age is 65 years old.
65 years old?
Yes.
Do you know one of the Pwd'S called Robert Oule, who works at Ngoron Dispensary? Do you know him?
Yeah, I know.
Has he retired?
We have just received...
I'm asking, has he retired? Has he retired? Yes or no?
He's retired.
When?
He retired, I don't remember, but I think 2 years or 1 year ago.
You know, payroll manager, you're lying to this committee. How old is Robert? Is Robert still working at the Ngoron Dispensary at the moment?
I'm not aware, committee.
You're not aware?
Yes, because if it's Robert Aule,
yes,
he retired. He attained the age of 60, but I don't remember the time. I know he attained.
Robert is a PWD. And you've just stated that the retirement age is when?
65.
Why did you retire him before his time?
Okay, let me explain committee members about Robert Aule.
Don't explain. His age is 60. But 5 years ago, right now he's around 60? 64. You've not paid him for the last 4 years. And you know, age is something that is a number. You cannot start saying that it's giving stories about that. Why is it that you're retiring Robert? Okay, give me an explanation. that can make sense, and I'm giving you less than 1 minute.
Okay, thank you for that chance. The last time I interacted with the file of the officer, the said officer, I think the said officer came 1 year to claim to retire at 60 years old. After retiring, we have even issued with something called LPC, last pay certificate. We issued last pay certificate with no complaint by that time. And then down, after 1 year, he came. And if some of you may be aware, in the payroll, we don't hold the data of an officer.
A payroll manager, are you saying that he asked for an early retirement?
No, he was not in PWD when he was retiring. He was just a normal. He came.
Honorable Locales.
I am, first of all, Chair, let me confirm. I am the MCA from Tirioko, and I have known Robert for close to 30 years now. And Robert is disabled. One of his legs is disabled by feet. And he was born disabled. He did not get an accident on the way. Robert was born disabled. He was employed disabled. Only that the problem is he had his certificates from social works and what, and then when he came here he was told to go and register again. How many times will a disabled person get registered? For you can even see with your own naked eyes, when he walks here, he will be limping. If he gets to this room now, he will be limping to this room. So Ayabe telling us that Robert was not disabled by the time he was retiring is false, Chair. He's misleading this committee.
Honorable Locales.
And he must apologize, Chair.
Honorable Locales, I would like to ask Ayabe, because you've interacted with these documents, we have the ID, the national ID for the PWDs. Was it included in his documents? Yes, the national ID for the PWDs, it's there. Was it included in his documentation?
Committee, I want to attest that.
Asking you a question. When you interacted with his file or his documents, was there national ID for the PWDs in his documents?
Yes, I saw it.
Honorable Sharon, proceed to the issue of the PWD.
Okay, let me just finish by saying, you just first need to apologize to Robert. Clearly you can see this is someone living with disability. Since birth, how long will you continue to marginalize people who are already marginalized? I kindly request that you apologize to number one, for lying to us, and apologize to Robert.
Honorable Sharon, put off your mic.
Okay, I apologize to Robert, but give me a chance to explain to issue.
There's never a but in an apology.
Okay, I apologize for Robert. I am only interacting the payroll. In the payroll, all along, the officer was not enlisted as a PWD. So I may not know. I just saw him physically that is disabled. But all along when I was paying him for the last 10 years, his files or whatever in the payroll.
But Ayabe, honestly, you came to your office and you saw him as a PWD. Why did you have to remove his documents from the payroll system?
When he came for last pay certificate, I think what you are asking. I saw him that he's limping by that time, but already he had retired by that time because I had no any information. I have never even.
Did you remove his last pay before seeing him?
Yes, the system. Yes. The system removes automatically the details of an officer.
What is the procedure to return him back to get his dues?
The procedure is we must write to Nairobi to retrieve from the backup again. But the regulation or Public Service Commission, I think it's also in the Gazette Notice Legal of 2020, requires that for somebody to retire at 65, if you check in that Public Service Commission Gazette Notice, I think number 70, clause 2B, if you check that Public Service Commission, it says that somebody, so that he qualifies or she qualifies for 65 years, it must be registered as a PWD 3 years before retirement. In that section of that cassette. So we had also instruction from the manuals of HR that for somebody to be considered for the 65 must be a registered PWD 3 years prior to retirement. So the issue, this officer came 1 year even after retirement, 1 year.
Francis Ayabe, you want to tell us while he was working with us at Ngoron Health Center, what was his documentation?
Normal person,
Honorable Sharon?
as per the records.
Chair, we are taking that and we are going to note and you're going to do follow up on that. Let's talk about the rest of the PWDs. You said there are how many?
45.
Are you aware of the disability guard allowances?
I am aware.
How many of those persons living with disability qualified for this allowance?
I think, according to, I was given a list a
Yes.
month ago or 2 months ago.
Yes.
Francis,
Yeah.
stop alluding that you think. Because when you think, it's something that you've not seen.
I have seen a list of 10 of them, and when I saw the list of 10 of them, and I compared with the SRC circular of disability guide allowance, there was some requirement that that person must be certified by a medical doctor in accordance with the disability guide, that circular of disability.
Okay, payroll manager, we are aware of all those information and we know they already went and they did the assessment and they came back with the report and minutes were done and they were forwarded to you so that you can make the payment. Why is it that you've not made the payment of the allowances to date?
And in additional to that, you decided to pay 1 and you left 9. So as you explain, please give us the reasons why.
When I saw their files, most of their files were signed by the nurses, not qualified doctors. Even the minutes were not even signed by that time. So I raised up.
Payroll manager, Ati, what?
Yes.
Not qualified doctors?
Yes.
They were signed by, how do you know the qualification of a doctor? How will you know?
A medical doctor is somebody starting with doctor, just a person like a nurse.
Do you know those doctors? Do you know those people personally? The one that signed the documentation? We have fake doctors in Baringo County.
No, they are not fake doctors.
Who are you to doubt? Who are you to doubt a report that has been done by the it was done at Baringo Referral Hospital, right? At Kabarnet. Is that the case?
Yes.
So if it came from our referral hospital, why is it that you're questioning the credibility of the report? What made you to question it?
I am sorry. I did not question the credibility of our doctors, but I saw the minutes, the procedure they use. Even the minutes were not signed.
And let's assume the minutes were signed by somebody who is not a doctor. How did you pay one person from the list?
Yes.
That person, I saw that person was signed by a doctor. You know, their files, most of them went to a different doctors. So that one.
Let me ask you, payroll manager. Do you know that you're aware that you've been hesitant to pay this allowance for no reasons at all? And even that one, that particular one in Mogotio, how much did you pay? How much did you pay?
That disabled person in Mogotio,
Yes.
the whole of allowance,
How much?
they are 20,000.
Why didn't you not pay the allowance in arrears?
Committee members, it will be.
Ayabe, let's even cite one Koimet, because I'm sure you know all of them. It's Koimet who always comes to your office. Do you need a doctor to tell you that Koimet is a PWD? And Karo? Yes. Do you need a doctor to tell you Karo is a PWD and Koimet? I want us members, let's cite the two because they came here. Do you need a doctor to tell you Koimet and Karo are PWDs? And do you need to know this doctor who signed the documents of Karo and Koimet? How did you doubt that they say they are PWDs and they are not?
I think committee members, I did not doubt those things. The documentation were not proper by that time. Then I returned back and even they even.
I obey. Honestly, members, I obey. You've decided to frustrate the PWD in Baringo County. And that is a fact, and I'm ruling it. I obey, tell us, when are you going to pay the PWDs their dues?
And
Chair,
through the chair,
let
in
me-
arrears.
Chair. That
Yes, you pay them in arrears.
Yes.
And you table the minutes that you're citing that they are not signed by doctors. We want to see the documents that initially you say they are not doctors, and the documents that were signed on Tuesday at PCRH again for the second time because you frustrated them and you still want to buy your own time so that you lazy around and not to pay them. Kindly furnish us with those documents and just tell us, when are you going to pay these PWDs? Don't give us stories.
Okay, thank you. I received yesterday evening the report from the doctors, yesterday from the med soup. They reviewed, okay, and I'm going to pay this June with all arrears. Yes.
I obey. And Honorable Sharon, let's allow that one to be the ruling of the committee that I obey have said is going to pay the PWDs of Baringo, the 9 of them who qualified at the end in the month of June and in arrears from the day SRC issued the circular. Is that yes or a no?
What I can say,
No, I obey, you are not going to into circles. Just say yes or a no. And if it's a no, you give us reasons. If it's a yes, we continue.
it is yes, but subject to authority. I also depend on authority from the HR and whichever. If they will say pay from
But
that
when
time,
you made the decision to say these people was signed by people who are not doctors, you didn't seek any authority. But when it's time to give them their dues, you want to take them to the merry-go-round. Please, I obey. These people are special people in the community, and they are struggling to move around. Please pay them their dues.
I will pay, Chair.
Okay.
I will pay.